Kitten with sad eyes steals couples' hearts and learns to trust again. If you happen to come across a stray cat with eyes that looked at you like this, how could you possibly walk away? This is exactly how the story began for a San Francisco couple when they met a cat named Mammy.
Before we begin, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to our channel, and click the notification bell for more amazing videos.
Mammy and her family, consisting of Mama Cat and two brothers, Henry and Louie, were rescued from a dumpster behind a high school in the bitter cold of winter. The cats were cuddled up close to each other to keep warm when someone found them among the bags of trash. Of the four cats, Mammy was the most timid and anxious, but rescuers wanted to make sure that she had just as much of a chance at finding a loving forever home. And that's exactly what she was about to find. Sinead Brooks and her husband had met Mammy by chance through a friend of theirs. They weren't looking for a cat and had not even discussed the possibility of it before they saw Mammy. But when Sinead looked into Mammy's eyes, it was game over. "We were not looking for a kitten at the time, but there was no way I could go on without her," Sinead said. Although Mammy acted very shy and fearful in their first meeting, Sinead could understand the story her eyes were telling. They were filled with sorrow, and Sinead could tell that deep down, that cat really just wanted someone to love her and protect her. So, they brought her home. The first couple of weeks didn't go so well in her new home. Mammy hid in the bathroom most days, and anytime Sinead or her husband tried to approach her, she would hiss at them. Sinead was growing frustrated by her behavior and wondered if she would ever come around. 3 weeks later, Mammy finally came out from hiding. It took some time, but she was finally ready to start exploring her new home. This marked a turning point for Mammy and Sinead. Sinead began to read articles on feral cat behavior and what to do if you adopt a feral cat. She began to understand Mammy's behavior much better and did everything she could to make Mammy feel comfortable. "I've owned cats my whole life and would get so frustrated sometimes when she would act scared of me or a noise I made. But we did a lot of reading on feral cats and cat behavior and have used that to help understand her and help her," says Sinead. Mammy really started to come out of her shell over the first 6 months with her new family, especially since Sinead was working from home. Mammy started to get used to the sounds around the house, and she actually began to relax. Just look at how comfortable she's getting in her new place. One day, out of nowhere, Mammy decides that she's ready for cuddles. Now that marks progress. It took her so long, but when she finally mustered up all the courage she possibly could, she crept up and reached out a paw to her humans and begged them to cuddle her. At this point, she turned another corner. It was like she realized something. Mammy realized that her humans weren't scary and they weren't going to hurt her. She trusted them now, and she accepted her new home. She felt so relaxed that she wouldn't even run away and hide anymore when people would come for a visit. But would she feel this way when this next visitor was about to arrive? Mammy was about to get a big surprise. Someone new was coming to stay. Sinead and her husband decided that it might be good for Mammy if they got her a playmate. So, they brought home another cat named Morty. Mammy's reaction to Morty was pure joy. She opened up more than the Brooks could have imagined. They really began to see their little girl blossom into a loving and playful cat. Morty's personality brought so much out in Mammy. He was crazy and energetic, while she was shy and cuddly. But their opposite personalities were a perfect complement to each other. Morty was even teaching her new things. Morty taught Mammy how to be a cat. Mammy watched him closely and saw how he was being picked up by their humans. She even started letting them pick her up too. She wasn't too crazy about it, but she would tolerate it for a little while. Cuddling on the couch was more her thing. That or cuddling with her new friend Morty. To Sinead and her husband, it's been amazing to see the transformation in their once feral feline. She has become her true self with them, and it's so beautiful. Even when she's sassy, she's still adorable. She is sassy and often meows to let us know she is arriving in the room and to clear a spot for her, says Sinead. She's certainly come a very long way since the days she hid behind the toilet in their bathroom. Now Mammy paws at the air when they stopped petting her too early. Although she may still have her off moments, Mammy has become the sweetest, most loving cat and a great big sister to Morty. It takes a lot of patience and understanding when adopting a feral cat, but Sinead and her husband did an amazing job getting her to come around and trust again.